It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dawg.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here, yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here, we got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, oh yeah. 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every day wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
Don't you wanna go to the place to be where strangers become family? We got the Tacky Tribe and the Busy Bees, and we got Brandy. He not busy. Don't you and your family come and hang? Ooh, won't you and the family come and hang? Drop the remix. Won't you and the family come and hang? Come and hang. Yeah. With Kandi.
Oh my God, this song is longer and longer.
Kandi and Stop.
Please stop.
Please. Oh no, take a seat. Y'all, please.
Thank you.
Y'all, okay, no, please, no, you. I love you. I know I love you. What's going on, y'all? It's BusyBlu and SoDebNair with another Kandi and a gang. It's So Busy exclusive. Put your bees champagne glasses and put your cell phones in the chat. We have someone here with a cell phone sponsorship. Text message. How you been doing, SoDeb?
I am good, y'all. I'm just coming down from our weekend together, and I'm feeling really, really good. Let's go ahead and take care of the business real quick of this channel. Y'all, if y'all want to join this tribe, please stay on my site. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Make sure you turn it on all so you get notified every time we go live. Like the video, share the video, comment in the comments section to keep us in the algorithm, and also comment in the chat if you are here.
You done?
And what's going on to everybody that's in the chat already?
I mean, they here or whatever. I'm excited today. Oh, do I do another intro? I didn't come up with this one. Oh shit. All right, y'all. Okay, I can do this. I did not write. I ain't write anything down. Okay. Y'all, we have a very special guest. What we've been waiting for a long time. One of my favorite people on the show. I'm excited. We have the manager of all managers. Okay. If there's stuff going on, you know who's right at the bottom of it, at the basement of the old lady gang on their cell phone. Text message extraordinaire. Okay. Call on the ring cam. Do as I say, not as I do at the bar.
Okay.
A hype man. The one. The only y'all love to see him. Y'all been waiting. Y'all hoes is thirsty for it. The one, the only, Brady.
Hey.
How did I do? How was that?
That was excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's what I thought. You know, they have me do those things. I think I'm the best at it. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great.
Let's get this out of the way. Everybody, y'all know he looks very nice and chocolatey. We get it. Okay, sure. But we're gonna have to go straight past that. This is gonna be a lot of fun, Brandon. We met you already, and we have to say the service was awesome. The service was awesome. Everything was now we don't know if you did it, but everything that was at the show, everything at the Old Lady Gang was amazing. Yes. Julius was one of the greatest servers I've ever had.
You
know what? I don't know if y'all need to pay this lady more, but whoever was at the hostess there, I think her name was Drika or something like that. Y'all need to give her double. Y'all need to give her double the pay. She was top notch. So whatever it is, double it.
And also make sure y'all keep Kenny there.
That's true. Keep her there too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Kenny's a good server as well.
Everybody was great. I think somebody named Phillip came out and talked to us too. Triple his pay.
Yeah, Phillip was cool, man. Phillip's my dog, man.
Triple his pay. I went speechless. It was the first time I never said anything ever in my life. Yeah, it was hard. Oh Lord, so look, they got emojis for you now. You are the cell phone man. The people are putting cell phones in the chat for you. That's amazing.
Wow, it's cool. It's a lot of work I got to do on my cell phone, y'all. It's a lot of work I got to do for my cell phone, unfortunately.
We're gonna get down to all of that. So, Deb, you want to start this off, and then we're gonna dive into the show.
Well, I did learn that. First of all, you said you was about to clear the air on this show when we talked to you on Friday. So we are ready for you to do that. I did learn a lot about your cell phone during your speak on it. But for the people who did not get to see that, tell us about the cell phone, why you are always on that cell phone.
Got you. So at Old Lady Gang, I manage a lot of different departments, consisting of liquor, ordering liquor, talking to the reps for liquor, distributors. So that's a lot of phone action in itself by itself. They send me deals, they send me what they don't have, so I can try to figure out where to get it from. But I also do scheduling for the whole store, not just, the servers, or I do everybody from the kitchen staff to servers, dishwasher, everybody. So that's a job in itself. Almost every day when I'm trying to call out or I'm coming late or, all that type of stuff. I also order the paper goods. So all your to-go boxes, your to-go silverware, straws, cups, anything plastic, I ordered that as well. And the same thing with that, if I put in an order and they don't have it, I gotta, pretty much always be in communication with them. So I'm updating on what they have and what they don't have.
Can we talk about that, Brandon? When we went to the restaurant, we had to eat with plastic dinnerware. And I didn't understand that.
So that was probably just a bad move on the server. I'm not gonna lie, because what it is coming out of pandemic, a lot of people were just requesting. They would refuse to eat off of normal silverware.
I could believe that.
And I think that the servers just got so used to not rolling the silverware and washing it. So they try to take the shortcut sometimes. If they can't find any silverware right there in front of them, they'll just go ahead and resort to plastic. But, I try to get them away from that because plastic costs money. So, that's part of my job too, keeping costs low and, making everything work efficiently. So.
Yeah, I've worked in the restaurant industry, and I know how hot that water is, and how it can clean off almost everything. So I was like, why are we eating off of this stuff? Especially since the food was not on plasticware. So if the food's not on plasticware, why do I have to eat off of plastic food? If we worried about COVID or whatever, it's already gone since I got it on my plate. So you might as well give me somebody's fork and knife. But outside of that, it was the food was good, so it didn't matter. So it seems like Marie was right. People not rolling the silverware or cleaning the menus. Is this what's going on at the restaurant? What's going on with the menus? Are they being wiped down?
Yeah. So we don't even have menus anymore. So back then, at that point in time, we did have menus, and they did get a little dirty at times. And it was probably a moment where she just got one that hadn't been wiped off yet. But we did wipe the menus down. We were definitely keeping things clean. So you know, you can just erase that out of y'all heads right now. Just like y'all said, they came through. They had a very great experience. You know, I take pride in that because there's a lot of knuckleheads in there. We had to really straighten up.
Our menus were very clean.
Was there? They were.
Mine was. I mean, mine was very clean. I would say that.
They were. You know what? They were. I think we got brand. It seemed like we got brand new ones. So the menus were clean. Marie would have been proud.
Yeah, she would have. I want to be like, Marie, can you please come here and look at this?
You have to look at these menus, Marie.
They look good. They look good.
Oh, great.
Where is Marie? Does still work there, right? Because she wasn't there when we were there.
Yeah, she still worked there. She probably just wasn't there that day.
They need to bring her on the show. I know Kandi and Todd were saying that they really wish she would have been on the show. Hopefully, y'all can bring her on next season because the people are interested in Marie. I know that I personally am interested in everything that Marie got to say, the menus being wiped down and everything else. I want to hear more from her. I heard she's spicy.
Yeah, she did. I've been hearing talks about Marie too, so you know, we'll see.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into the show. So we were watching. I watched her speak on it. I know Deb watched her speak on it. I'm sure everybody in the comments watched her speak on it. And there was a lot of things that we learned. So first, I want to start off with you went to HBCUs. And that's very interesting. You know, you ain't got to worry about how long you went. That's not the people's business. But you went to HBCUs, and I went to Howard University.
Okay.
And it's the love of my life and the best decision I ever made. Rebecca, what made you even decide, even however long you went to go to? Because you went from one state to another state. So what made you even go to? Are you from Florida, or what made you even go there?
Man, I'm gonna be totally honest, man. I was in high school and I was a scholar athlete. I was straight A student. I think I graduated top of the class for male in my school. And when I tell you, I just was not thinking about college. It came down to that time, and I was like, "Oh shit, we do got to go to school, huh?" Yeah. And my boy was like, "Shit, I'm gonna go to FAMU." So I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna go to FAMU too." Yeah. That's kind of how it happened. You know, I guess that's why I didn't stay as long because it wasn't really thought out and planned out. But yeah, that's how that happened.
I have a qualm with you. And this issue that I have, it goes. It's a problem. Okay. It's an issue. And it runs very deep. Oh, it just started today. Oh. I was watching the speak on it, and you said that you was going for finance in school, but then you tried to skate through.
I tried to skate through,
and then you went with political science. And I'm here to tell you that I majored in political science. Okay. I'm in politics now. And I resent the fact that you try to say that you can skate through college through political science. Okay. The only way you can skate through school is through communications. Okay. Do something in communication, broadcast or something like that. Then you could get through, you could easily graduate.
You know what?
Political science is difficult.
You know what it was? It was actually public policy, which kind of is right up in the same thing, but I feel you. And you're right, because communication would have been way easier.
You would have been able to you didn't have to go to class. You could have just got the degree.
Right. Just winged it, right?
I really felt some type of way, and I looked at my degree and I said, I know he didn't just say no shit like these on the internet. I felt very
I ain't mean nothing by it.
Now that we've cleared that up, because I was hurt. I actually cried for a little bit, but I'm not going to say nothing about it more on the internet. I'm just glad we cleared that up. Because you didn't even graduate with it, right? No shade. It wasn't that easy.
I used the paper. I didn't make it. So there you go. Look, it wasn't as easy as I thought, right?
It's because he did political science. Because so difficult, it's rigorous. Okay, so then you got here. I know you actually talked about, if you don't mind us talking about it, you said that you had a past or dealings with drugs. Like, how did you get out of that? Was it when they came to you with the show, or was it just?
Nah. So when I say I had a dealings with that, it wasn't so much I was like, well, nah, I was really in it, but things change, and you always got a choice. That's what it is. You know, I think when people see how it's depicted as where you get in and you can't get out, it's like, nah, you got a choice to make, before it gets too far, you know what I'm saying? And you do some shit where, you can't turn back from or some shit like that. But yeah, I sold drugs for a good little minute, a long time, when I was throwing parties, and it just went hand in hand. You know, you in a party, people want drugs, people want to have a good time. So I just kind of always had it on me. It makes sense to me to have it on me if I'm gonna be here and I could make a profit from it. It just, you know, I was always thinking about business and numbers, and you know, like I said, I wasn't in school, I ain't had no job, so literally nightlife was supporting me. So yeah.
Through that time, like what was going on? Because I know, I mean, I think that's a very difficult time for a lot of us. Like we're trying to figure out life. Like, was there anything going on in your life where you like trying to figure it out? Where like school wasn't working, I'm doing this. Like it's like you tried a lot of different things before you got on your pathway to the party planning and stuff. So
yeah, so I always tried to keep, you know, a job. I mean, I've worked everything you can think of. I mean, my first job I ever got was McDonald's. I was about 13 or 14, and I think I worked there like one day, and the manager was like yelling at me because I didn't get some out the fryer, and I just like took off my shirt and threw it at her and just left. So that was like my first run-in with like, you know, getting a real job, and it was like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna be for me for real.
yeah.
So, you know, like I said on Speak On It, I always was kind of like into, you know, the party even in school. I was always at the party, and then I started throwing it myself, and I threw some really big ones, some epic ones that people, you know, remember. And that's how I kind of got into the nightlife. I guess my name kind of preceded me because, you know, once I started meeting with these owners, they kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I heard about you from so-and-so. And that's
so you're a party promoter?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Party promoting. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you could have got us back like backstage. The people was like, oh, I know Brandon. You would have came out and be like, oh, I got you.
Yeah, some spots. Yeah, a lot of spots in Atlanta. Yeah, I could.
Do you still have that type of, you know? So if I came back and I was going somewhere, I'm like, I know Brandon.
some spots, you know, we can talk about it. Some spots I probably still got that pull. You know, I ain't been on a lot since I've been so submerged in the restaurant. But yeah, when I do get a chance, I still step out and still get some love.
All right, y'all, I'm going to test it. I'm going to go back to Atlanta. What, party promoting?
No, McDonald's was my first job.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you throw your stuff at the manager too, like he did?
I wasn't a cook. I was on the front line, so it was. Yeah, that was my very first job. They actually came to my school and like was recruiting us because.
Yeah. I remember that.
What's his name? Jeffrey Epstein. I can't think of the guy's name, but he has the limited brands, stuff like that. Our school was like right next to where he lived at, and he was running all that stuff. He was actually trying to make our school like the school of the millennium at the time, and they have put a brand new McDonald's in there. I'm gonna tell you something. The ice cream machine is always broken at McDonald's, but when you get the fresh milkshakes from McDonald's, it's a whole different experience. So, but that was my very first job, though.
If we could get it, those are
right.
That's what living.
Lex Wexner, that was his name, Lex Wexner.
So, why didn't they have? Did you ever feel the need or even try to? So, hearing your story now about you like moving through and doing the party promotion and the drug dealing, that's what the people want to see because that's what we can connect to. I know tons of drug dealers. You know, so like it made it more because I feel like Brian is so relatable because we know people who went through it. We know people have gone through it, and we know people who have gone through it and how difficult it was. Did you ever get a chance to talk about those things? Did you want to talk about those things? I feel like it would have humanized you so much more in the show had we realized, like, yo, this is a hustler, man. Like, yo, he's a hustler, and not necessarily what the fuck he do.
Yeah. No, I didn't get to expand on that too much, you know. But you know, it's cool. I like to, you know, get a little build up. People can kind of grow with me. You know, hopefully we got a season 2 on the way. And we can dive deeper into, you know, who I am. Because, I mean, I've been a lot of places. I've done a lot of things. I've held a lot of titles. I also move fraternally as well. Not Greek, but other ones. So, yeah. But I didn't get to speak too much about, you know, who I am. A lot of people don't know, like, so my birthday scene on the show, they didn't use it, but I actually got a plaque for having a day in Atlanta on my birthday.
You lying? No, okay. For what?
Just outstanding service in the community. So I did a lot of community service.
Who gave you that, Miss Bot? The Mayor Box?
Nah, City Council.
Okay, so where's that?
It's right over there. I can grab it. Y'all want to see it?
Yeah, go grab it. Go grab it. We got to see the proof. We have to see. Y'all, then I gave Brandon something. What you think it's for? He said it's for our state of service. What you do?
He said it's our state of service.
Y'all, this is amazing. Okay.
Pop my shit right quick.
Oh, he really does have one.
Not everybody.
Wow. Okay.
City Council.
Wow. That is amazing. I mean, I have mine's in front of me, and I broke it by mistake. So it's glass. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Oh, I'm gonna pop mine too. Oh wait.
So why wait on him? So are you still into community service stuff now?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna talk to you after this because I in Ohio I was into that a lot, but I never, like in Atlanta, I never really got into. I did a few things here, but I would definitely love to do a lot more of that stuff here in Atlanta. So
yeah, that's the best. It's everything, man. It's like,
yeah, I'm
a thinker, man, and it's like, all the money and being wealthy and all that shit is cool, but nothing feels better. If you really think about it, nothing really feels good when you do for somebody and they really appreciate it. You feel the best out of that,
So what did they say? Like, what did they? Because somebody said, "Oh, you got to work for outstanding sales service because you be texting all the time." So, what did they say? What did you like? What? Because that's exciting. Why wouldn't they really wasn't trying to humanize you on the show?
Yep. Hey, I don't know. It is what it was, but it's cool. What's for me is for me. What's for me is for me. It wasn't.
And so they all came there. So was this the cameras were filming when they gave you the?
Yeah. And it wasn't like the whole city council. So one of my mentors, one of my close mentors for like the past 12 years, he was on the board of education, and he's pretty much a politician. So he moves in those circles, and it came from him. He presented it to me from him, and of course I got on the phone with Keisha Waits is also a city council member now. She just won this year actually, and she had her election party at Old Lady Gang. Her on the phone and all that type of thing. It was cool.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about your portrayal on the show right now? Like, if you were going to explain to someone how you're portrayed on the show right now, what would you say? And then we can tell you what we think.
I think it's very accurate. Besides the fact that people think I just don't be working, I think that's pretty hilarious because of how much I actually have to do at that restaurant. But outside of that, I think everything is pretty accurate.
What about how you started working there? Because it seemed very stalkerish. So is that pretty accurate, or do you want to? Because it seemed like I like this girl so much, so I applied to this job so that I can work and get closer to her. Then I get into a relationship with her and make her move to another location because we got into a relationship. So let's unpack.
Nah, so yeah, let's clear the air on that. I definitely didn't start working at Old Lady Gang because of me trying to pursue Dom. However, I did go to Old Lady Gang like in the beginnings when they first opened, and I remember her from that, going as a customer. Thinking to myself like, oh, I would talk to her, but I think I was there on business and I wasn't even there for that long. So when I came back, I didn't even know if she still worked there. Because when I started working there, she wasn't at work. She was only working like the weekends, and then she was always dancing, so she was away. And then when we finally crossed back, I was like, oh shit, like you still work here? But no, I was just really trying to get a job.
So you don't think that you trying to tell us that you didn't go through the list of staff members just to make sure? Oh yeah, she's still here. Okay, she'll be here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't even like I was checking. It's just when she showed it, we were just like, oh shit.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, I was just trying to get a job. Like I was tired of the club, the nightlife, and I just wanted something new, man, something consistent. With the party life and all that. It wasn't like a consistent check all the time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you got to pull a few strings, rob Peter to pay Paul, and I was tired of that. I'd rather just work. My check coming on this day, I can move around. I can make sure, and then on top of that, I was building my credit. So for a long time, I just didn't have any credit. It wasn't that I had bad credit.
Join us.
You know what I'm saying? So I just got into that, and now I got a few credits. I'm working that. So a job helped me to sustain that. So yeah.
What about when they came to? So now you're working at the place. You realize that the girl you liked working at the place too. That has nothing to do with the story, but I just want to put it in there. And then they're like, "Look, we're gonna start filming." And on the speak on it, which we're not gonna reference the whole time, but it does give some people already seen that as a reference.
Mhm.
On the speak on it, Don Juan asked my frat brother, y'all, just realized that yesterday. But my frat brother asked if there were reservations, and you was like, hell yes. Okay, you couldn't say it faster. That you had reservations about filming the show.
Yeah.
But we didn't get from you like what were outside of it's drama. Was that the only reservation that you had from filming?
Well, he also said that he wanted to fire everybody too.
Well, that wasn't a part of the show. I thought that was because he.
But that was on the speaker. That was on the speaker when he said they would have fired everybody.
Yeah, that was
he
me.
did say he wanted to fire everybody. I don't think that was a part of the show. What is that about you? Okay, so there's too many questions at once. The first one is, what are your reservations? And then we're gonna get to why you was trying to fill up the restaurant before Phillip got there.
All right, so my reservations pretty much came from, I guess, just the stigma I had in my head about reality TV. Reality TV came out at a time when I was still in school, and I think it was like the first ones was like Real World and like MTV. You know what I'm saying?
Labor of Love.
Yeah, and all that type of stuff. And it just started getting like degrading and more degrading and more, and it just started getting crazy. So I was like, I'm not even watching this shit no more. Like, what? Some people making themselves look crazy. You know what I mean? But just seeing how they shot this, and we had drama. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as like, I don't feel like anybody degraded themselves to the point where it's like, wow, like she really did that. I don't feel like.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it was just like, sometimes you watch a show and you be like, wow, she did that for attention. I don't think it was that at all on our show. I think everything was pretty genuine. And I just like the way they shot us. It wasn't raunchy. It wasn't.
But there are different ways you can show one. You could have been like, I'm about to make the change.
What
I'm about to show them. Like, you could be knowing that you had these reservations about reality shows. You could be like, what, this is about to be something different. We're about to bring something different, or excitement around. The people around you, unless you thought that you looked around the people and was like, y'all ghetto. They about to show this ghetto. Like it could have been something immediately like, oh, this is about to be cool because we a cool group.
So that's what it turned into for me though. That's what it after I got out of my way and people were telling me about, like how big it is, how big the opportunity. And I'm just like, they just telling me pretty much get out your way, man. You got to go with this and see where this takes you. And I was just like, this is probably the change that I was looking for anyway, not just working at Old Lady Gang. Maybe this is an opportunity to go further with, whatever comes from this. And I just opened myself up to it and, just changed my mind about it. And I'm glad I did because I'm really enjoying it. Like, yeah,
the people love you. I think this is going to propel you to everything you want and more. We're going to get to what that is. But I think that this is a really good avenue. And now that y'all are now following one of the biggest television shows on Bravo now for 2 weeks in a row, y'all following Real Housewives of Atlanta. Those are millions. It's not just hundreds of thousands anymore. Like millions of people are going to be able to see y'all show. Y'all ratings, congratulations on y'all ratings. Like they went almost doubled because of RHOA, and y'all, like, people are seeing y'all now. Thank God you started getting your body right, because in this last episode,
talk about photo shoot.
Yeah, I said, Bertha don't look like this.
Look, I was like, I got to get back in the gym because look, gym is actually a part of my life. But you know how gym is. Sometimes you fall out of it for a few months. You get back.
You fell out during that episode.
I know.
I said, do not look like that. That look like me on the screen. I said, Brandon does not look like that. Y'all go follow him on Instagram.
On Instagram. I'm about to say that.
Because on Instagram, he don't look like what he looked like on the episode. On the episode, that was a long time ago, y'all.
And you're like really big into fitness now. Like, are you even thinking about becoming like a personal trainer or something like that? Because I see a lot of fitness stuff on your Instagram.
Yeah. So I was actually a personal trainer too for a good little bit.
Oh my God, Safari. Okay, what else did you
do? You know what it is? I'm Jamaican. You know what they say about Jamaica? We be having like,
me too.
It's a job, so it's true. You know what I'm saying? We get in there and we make that shit happen, whatever we got to do. But that was too. I was putting on an event and I met a guy by the name of Jamie the Motivator, and we connected at the event. He invited me out to work out. And at that point in time, I was already thinking to myself, like, damn, I need to get back in the gym. And he just, we had a great conversation. I was like, all right, well, shit, let me come see you. Went out to the gym, worked out with him for like a few weeks. He turned around and was like, hey, man, you going hard. Like, you want to be a trainer? Yeah. And I was like, nah, I never thought about being a damn trainer. I was just, I was an athlete. So I was used to working out and getting into it. But anyway, I took him up on it and I started working for him. I became a trainer at his gym, training a lot of his clients, just kind of learning it that way. And I did that for about a year, 2 years. So
are you thinking about doing it again?
Not so much, man. It's just so with training, fitness industry is like, what, 85% women? When it comes to like trainers, for a lot of men, heterosexual men don't like to get with trainers. They figure they just go in the gym and do the shit themselves and whatever.
The market is big.
Wait, stop, because you also live in Atlanta.
Right.
That's all that the people are doing here. Now, it's not just women, it's the gay men that want to do it, but there's so many people in Atlanta that I'm telling you, like, I see it on Facebook all the time. I need a personal trainer all the time. But
I wasn't saying that for the reason of saying, so the reason I didn't want to do it anymore is because you turn into so much than just a trainer. You turn into people, boyfriend, you turn into they psychology, they therapist.
That's the reality show we're looking for.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They bring their kids to the gym. You got to sit there. You turn into so much more than just a trainer, to where it was like, I don't think I want to do that. I don't love it like that. I like working out for me, but to be a trainer, I don't think I really want to go.
It's like at the gym every day.
Yeah, I go like 5 days a week, morning time. Okay. Get up real early, hit it, and then I go about my day.
Let's bring up Gail, for instance, because I saw y'all talk about this, and we actually talked about this before, about this Morris Chestnut.
Do you think you look like him?
Personally, I don't, but I think I look more like is it Wood Harris from Paid in Full? I don't know why. I feel like I resemble him.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, I always thought I looked like him more than the Morris, but I got the Morris definitely more so.
I don't know why. The people need glasses. I tell Gail all the time she did a new prescription. I don't see Morris Chestnut, but I could see that.
Me too.
Wow. Okay, so y'all stop calling him Morris. Okay, it's disrespectful to all of us. So back to the show and to Deb's question, or not even to the show, to the restaurant. You was about to fire everybody when you first came in there. What's this about?
So walking into a lady gang, I just, like I said on speaking, I felt the entitlement from everybody, and I knew that was going to be a problem, especially with me being a new manager. It was like I was already getting the disrespect just from the energy. Nobody even had to say nothing yet. It's kind of like, I'm not listening to you. Like, who are you? Like, you're nobody. Even though I've been hired to be a manager, I was getting all of that. So my thing was like, hey, let's get some applications, get some new people in here so we can change the culture. Because I already felt the atmosphere. And, when pandemic popped off, it was like, you can't really take that approach. And even to come in as a manager and, gain trust and respect from the employees, I didn't want to come off as that person. Unless I was able to do it. If I was able to fire everybody and we take a day or two and go through hiring and open call, then I would have did that. Because
thank God you didn't have that permission.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, so let me ask you this. So were you a part of the original filming? Because Patrick was the manager at some point when they were filming. So where did you come in when they were filming for the show?
No, I wasn't part of the filming. I came like right after they had got, well, not right after they had got done, but around it. I didn't make the first. I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know about it, and I started hearing chitter chatter from like the servers and other people saying, bringing the show back, they're bringing the show back, and people be like, oh no, you gonna be on the show. Don't even worry about it. You gonna be on the show. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Well, maybe that's where some of the entitlement came, because we had already failed, and I hear your raggedy ass come in and act like you about to fire people, and it's like we done built an empire here. We got something good going. Some of that footage, I don't know if you've been truly watching the show. When they do those flashbacks, those would have been some good ass. Like that was a good show.
Yeah.
Some of those scenes that they kept showing from the flashbacks, I said I need them. That fight between Patrick and Joel. Can we? Like, I want to see that whole thing.
I don't think that transpired all the way. I don't think they. I don't think
that's not what Shawndreca said. That's
Yeah,
not
no,
what she said.
yes.
Oh shit!
They had a whole lot. I want to see the whole scene. She said if they showed the whole thing, it would have been crazy.
She said she
that
was
would have been a show
emotional.
you don't want to be on.
She said she was emotional. She was crying. She said it was a lot. So
yeah. I got a lot of different stories from all of them, really, that were involved with the first shooting. Like
that seemed like a show I want to watch.
They got some stories.
Yes, God, come through. I want to say this. Wait, what? Are you born and raised in Atlanta?
Nah. I was born in New York.
Really? What part? Me too.
I was born in Brooklyn and I lived in Queens until I was like 12, 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Rochester, so I lived in Brooklyn.
He's from the real parts of New York.
Park Slope.
He's from the real parts of New York. Yes.
Anyway, like I said, I lived in Park Slope. You know where Park Slope is. I was off the 2 in the F. But like being on a show like this, and where it's on a pretty much a women's networking channel. What a lot of us really do love is the fact that there are gay men, straight men who like truly coexist together. Even when as awkward as it seems sometimes, it is always so great when it's like you see feminine gay men, masculine gay men, and just straight men just chilling and being around each other. Like, what is because you have so many people who have so many reservations, and you being Jamaican and from New York, that little double entendre where it's like we gonna hate the gays, that doesn't come off from you, and it's great to see on the show. It feels good to see on the show. Like, what would you say about people's perspective, which is like far different? And again, you being Jamaican and straight and from New York, those people really don't like the gays. And I mean, I don't know from experience. What do you say to those who are like, oh, I'm not gonna be around that. I don't do that. That's not my thing. But it seems like y'all coexist almost like a family in the old lady gang and on this show. Like, how did you? Have you never had that bias, or did you have to grow into it? Like, what was your journey? Which is like, I'm just gonna be around anybody. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nah. So this is another honest moment. So when I was younger, I was definitely like that for sure. I didn't want to be around it. I didn't, it was just like, it bothered me, and being that I was Jamaican background, all that played into it. But I actually went through a situation, man. I at a point in my life, I had got really heavy into the church. And, I went to a church. It was called New Birth Missionary Baptist Church.
Come on, New Birth, yes.
New Birth.
At the time, Pastor Bishop Eddie Along was the pastor, and I went to a high school called Miller Grove High School. So at my high school, my basketball coach was actually one of Bishop Eddie Along's like mentee, so to speak. So a lot of times we went to church as a team and worship and stuff like that. We would do retreats and stuff like that for team building, all that type of stuff. In the midst of that, I met Eddie Long a few times, and
oh no,
he took a liking to me. So look, I got a little job at the church, and I was making some money. That kind of took me out of the nightlife and just doing all that. So I always had one foot in and one foot out when it came to like as far as me making my money and taking care of myself. But anyway, I don't know if y'all know the story about what happened with.
We know Eddie Long. Okay, we all know Eddie Long.
Right. So I actually knew some of the guys that were involved with that. We were actually close. I wasn't involved with it. But as you can imagine, when that stuff hit the fan, just by association, I was already like, I was seeing my face on sites where it was like, homosexual sites, and people were thinking that I was gay, So, and this is when I was like 14, 15. So, to say the least, I went through that time of feeling like not going outside, deleting all my social media, and just going through that, all that matters. You know what I mean? And then after a while, you figure out it's like none of that shit matters. None of that shit, like what people think about you, and it's like I know who I am. Like, I don't even understand why I even went through that. But I had to go through that to get to this place, and to be on this show and be comfortable. And I think, and I've also thought about that too, like me being a straight guy on the network, and just I think it's important for people to see that, and for people to see that it's okay, because at the same time we all got people that are homosexual that's in our family. What do you say about that? You know, and a lot of times when people act like that, when guys act like that, and it comes up about, well, what about your brother? And they don't want to talk about that. You know, but you love your brother though. You ain't never gonna turn on your brother though, but he's a homosexual. You know, so you know, but yeah, that's a deep.
I think you guys have the best representation of what that looks like between heterosexual men and gay men, period, on television. Because we don't get to see that, and a lot of guys are afraid of that. I come from Ohio, where you don't really see that a lot. If you do see it, it's like very like, you know, you don't really know about it, but to see it on national television, it's an amazing thing to see, because there's a lot of guys who just don't really care, especially when they're comfortable with their sexuality. Just like, they're my friends, whatever, period. But you guys have put a face to that, and that's huge. Like,
this representation is amazing.
Yeah, I know Kandi was saying that, you know, you guys have the biggest representation of male lead roles, but to see the dynamics of heterosexual men and gay men together, to me, that was more monumental than anything, because we don't get to see the friendships between guys who are friends with heterosexual guys who are friends with gay guys at all. And you guys did a amazing job showing that, what it looks like.
So
it's awesome. And it's not even just because sometimes it was like, okay, it's because they work together. But then when they went to the trap house, that you invited Torin and Patrick, like, it was like, oh, like they're doing stuff like outside of outside of the job, and this is great. Speaking of, what the fuck is that place? Can you explain what is the strip club that everybody was going to? That's what Patrick called it. I didn't call it a strip club, but he said this is like a strip club.
It's not a strip club. Basically, I own a loft. I own a loft, and upstairs in my loft, I own a recording studio. And we were in the waiting area for the recording studio.
Yeah.
So there was a bar, there was a TV, a vending machine. You saw that. It was, you know, but that was literally upstairs from my loft area. We're in my loft right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all that was.
See, because Phillip said, and I want to tell you this right now. I mean, and Phillip is my baby daddy, but Phillip, I feel like he's your number one cheerleader and fan. Okay.
Absolutely.
Why? Okay, I guess this interview is going to help us figure it out. But the man is your number one fan. Okay, he got your back 10 toes down, and all of this. He talks about all the stuff you've done, and I think one of the things he said is nonprofit work and charitable work. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of that stuff?
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so one of the fraternal organizations I'm a part of is called the Independent Order of Odd Fellows.
Okay.
With that organization, we do a lot of work with the schools. So we did this thing where we would go like first Mondays of each month, and we'll go out to the school that we adopted. It was called Hopper Archer Elementary. And we would go out there and just pretty much just cheer the kids on as they come to school, as if it was, you know, the opening game to a season, or, you know, it was a concert, and we cheering on to go perform on the stage. We just wanted to make them feel like, you know, school is a big deal like that too. You know, you're a superstar just for even showing up to go to school. And it was a men's event. So you talk about 20, 30 men lined up with kids walking down the middle of us, and we cheering them on and high-fiving them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we tried to do that. Well, we didn't try to do that. We did that. And we're going to resume when school goes back in, because, you know, they're about to get out.
Right.
But we also visited old folks' homes, and we did Thanksgiving. We did about 3 Thanksgivings at some old folks' homes where we just set up and put some food out and kind of set the place up for them. Because a lot of times people they get old and they put in homes, and a lot of times their family don't even
forget them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They forget they in there. So we do a lot of that work. What else? We do
clean up. I see the appeal now. Y'all know what? He does look a little bit more attractive now. Look like he do stuff.
I was about to say that because, like, hey man, look, Phil don't know how much work I be doing. Okay, because Phil be having to give me direction on things to do, and I'm pretty sure, but he be like, damn, that's a lot. But you know, we get the job done, man. We get it done. We move through it. It's a young group, you know, and if their objective is to grow it, I want to be on the winning team. So
after we get on this interview, we need to talk, because I work as a substitute teacher right now in Atlanta. We need to talk after this.
Okay.
There's some things that I feel like you could really help with. I mean, I love to, like I said, I've done community service in my entire life. I'm definitely down to help with that stuff, but there's something I want to talk to you about.
We can do it for sure.
Okay.
He does your branding works. That's what we are learning that today. Y'all heard it here first. You haven't seen it on television, and it's been almost 9 episodes. But in this one interview, we have unveiled. Okay, wow, this is exciting. Okay, to learn the real you. But before we, because we are unveiling a whole lot of the real you, let's get back to the you that the people see though first.
All right.
This relationship that you got, first of all, whoa, I almost forgot this, because you wrong, okay, for this, and you got some explaining to do.
Oh shit.
How dare you be on speakerphone with Shawndreca while Don Juan is in the room and she's saying all this shit about Kandi and Todd, and you see here acting like ain't no issue, got a speakerphone like this. Yep. You practically had it up to Don Juan's ear, so that he could hear what was going on. And you like, yeah. And now she going around playing Inspector Gadget, trying to figure out where's Waldo, and you didn't even say nothing. What is this about?
That's a funny one.
When all of that was going on, did you ever think to yourself? Did you ever think to yourself, oh shit, that was me?
Look. You should have witnessed in the real life. We walked through each other, passing each other in restaurants, just like that. You don't even know. It was funny. Look. Just like I said, for the people that didn't speak on it. So we were already in conversation. Like y'all got a clip of how even that transpired. So we were in conversation, and Don Juan walks in. Don Juan don't call me when he comes to the restaurant. He just walk in. So he's walking in, and the phone is there. I didn't even have my phone in my hand at that time. See, I didn't see that part. The phone was on the desk on speaker because I was counting money. I was doing things in the office, and she just going off. I'm not even really listening for real because, like I said, all of them call me and vent when they.
He was working, y'all. He was working.
Yeah. Again, right? But yeah. So like I was telling her, I was like, yeah, you said some other shit too. Like that wasn't even just the, that was the sum it up. Oh, Kandi and I don't give a fuck. But she was like saying some shit. You know what I'm saying? And Don Juan tried to corner me talking about, oh yeah, so it's other things. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't got nothing to do with that. You already caught me up in this shit already. I'm good.
Did you know that it was like when she was asking or when she was talking about it? Because I don't remember her asking you specifically, but did you remember like, oh yeah, like because the people are saying it's Shawndreca, and I resent that. It wasn't her. It was you. You made that happen. I don't think it was her. Even on the show, they're like, oh, they said they want to know who said it was me. I told them myself. No, ma'am, Pam. It was Brandon. Your raggedy ass had her on the speakerphone.
He dropped on the conversation. That's what happened. I didn't say shit. That was it. I heard something. Brandon ain't say nothing.
You know, so you don't. Do you at least now, when people come in, put on speakerphone? Do you put on headphones?
Say it again.
You at least put on headphones now. Put on AirPods,
I ain't have
or do you at least take them off a speakerphone? Because I'm telling you, when Dalmo was in there, it seemed like you moved a little bit closer to him. As he was. I was thinking,
he's trying to investigate.
I'm just saying.
He's trying to investigate. Okay. He's trying to investigate.
Okay, I had to get that out first because it really bothered me about Spirit. Okay, so that was the first thing I feel like was ridiculous. And then we're gonna have to dive into this part because I don't think my frat brother, shout out to you, Don Juan, I don't think he did his job right. Gonna speak on it. And we got some questions to do. So did you watch the speak on it after they showed it?
I watched it.
How do you feel like when they were talking about the Brian situation? It seemed like those people wasn't on your side. Thank God. It seemed like you would say something and there was a video of contradiction. And it seemed like they really were not on your side. And I still feel like the people feel a different way about how you were explaining, oh, he was so disrespectful. He wouldn't get up and he was so rude. And even on the speak on it, they showcased it wasn't all that serious. So let's talk about this whole Brian being reprimanded for his disrespect. Because it just no one has shown us disrespect, and even on the speak on it as you were trying to explain it, they was like, no, we don't believe that still.
Yeah. So okay, at that point in time, I was actually getting pressured to become this authoritative.
Oh, we remember.
So me and Brian's relationship, it was never like that, and I don't even get them type of problems from Brian because Brian knows, like, he knows you, yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, at that point in time, outside influences were definitely like, hey, you know, we need to see you taking some action. We need to, you know, hear you voicing your opinion and all of that. And I think you can kind of see that in my demeanor in the actual scene. It was like, come on, Brian, like, we got to do this. That was kind of
bad for both of y'all.
That was kind of my attitude toward it. Even making a decision on suspending him and doing all that, it was like, I don't, like, me personally, I wouldn't have went that route. But it was like, you know, if they want me to try to prove something, if they feel like I don't got the backbone or whatever the case may be, it's like, okay, well, these are decisions I got to make. So that's kind of what it was at that point.
It didn't seem like you wanted to do it, because as soon as Phillip was like, you fired, you was like, well, I'm about to go into the front.
I didn't want to be in that conversation. I did not want to be in that conversation.
You left really bad, because I felt bad, and we talked about this during our reviews. I remember during that episode specifically, I remember saying, like, I feel like Brandon had to pick somebody. Like, he just had to pick somebody. And Phillip and Brian, they don't mesh.
Yeah.
And it's an easy pick. Like, it's an easy pick. Because as soon as you said Brian, he sat down, you said, well, I'm about to go into the front. I told someone, okay, and he was just disrespectful. Y'all should have seen the bullshit he was saying to me. Out of control. Just ridiculous. We need to do something about it. I think he need to be fired. Okay, now I'm about to go to the front. And then after that, you was gone. Yeah. And it seemed like it took 2 seconds. Like, we're gonna put the decision in your hands. And I was thinking, I don't think he gonna not let the man come back. It ain't seem like he was that mad about it.
Nah. That's why we just settled on a little suspension. And, you know, come on. Back.
Have you ever talked to Brian about that? Have you ever, y'all both ever sat down? Because I wonder how he felt, because you could see from the TV that it was like, it seemed like Brandon's being pressured to pick someone. At least from the viewer standpoint, it seemed like you weren't being pressured to pick someone. You pick Brian, and then he had to be suspended. And then it was an easy, like, he could come back. And it's just, everything just went into, he shouldn't have been gone in the first place.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like a pressure. Like, when I say pressure, it wasn't like Phillip or anybody was just like, hey, you better make a decision. It wasn't like that. It was just me knowing what was being said about me, and, you know, how my bosses felt about me at that certain time. It was like, oh, okay, they don't think, you know, because for a long time, they wasn't in the restaurant, you know. That's another thing that people don't know. When the show came around, Phillip was never working in the restaurant. Don Juan, you see him every once in a blue moon, you know what I mean? So I was literally there by myself for a lot of times for like a few months, because a lot of the other managers had quit. It was too much for them.
Is that damn Unique's dog? Whose dog is that?
Yes, you got me. He know himself. It is. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys.
Sorry, I got you, girl. You know, we can figure out what's going on the show. We got it. We got it.
My bad, y'all.
You making it worse, damn. Your face all red.
I'm good. That's actually my mom pulled up on me. I ain't even...
Come through, mama. Now that we talk,
let's ask this though. I think the other question was, what was the difference between Brian's actions, Dominique's actions, and Shawndreca's actions in this time? Because Dominique gave us a bunch of excuses about what time she's gonna get to work that day when you was talking on the phone on the show. Meanwhile, Shawndreca and Brian was doing everybody's job. And to me, I feel like there was 2 people that should have been suspended before Brian.
All right, so all that shit was smoke and mirrors to me, because Brian and Shawndreca could have been interchangeable, It just so happened that Shawndreca and Brian got to work on time that day. But all they ass be late. So I'm sitting there listening to them like, y'all really going that down right now? You were just late yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You were just late. Shit, one of them probably was late that day. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't as late as Dom, but yeah, man, all they ass be late.
They both have said that. They both have been very honest with the fact that they don't get to work on time.
Even now. Even now.
Says she said she'll give you 1 or 2 days out of the week. If she give you 2 days on time, the third day she's not gonna come on time.
Man, just the other day, just this past weekend, I want to say, Dreca probably told me Friday night, like, oh, I can't come to work tomorrow. Tomorrow being Saturday, the biggest day of the week for the restaurant. And she didn't show up.
She let y'all know though. She gave y'all up.
That's the type of shit that be happening. And they'll be like, oh, Brandy, you didn't do the schedule right. Oh, Brandy, you're not doing work. Oh.
I will say, but she has a like being there, like seeing her on TV, it looks so weird. Like, why they haven't fired this girl? But being there is a presence that she has at the restaurant, and the people around her, like they respect her, they get her, and like they like even because she came and sat with us when we was eating. And the people were coming to her, asking her questions and what they should do and how they should do. Like there is some sort of je ne sais quoi, something she has with everyone there. Whatever it is, some spell, voodoo. There's something that she has with the people. And that's very clear. So she may not come to work, but I mean, she is definitely a presence when she's there. Yeah. And I want to say she's a leader. Because I was still thinking, how this girl still got a job? But like walking into it, you can tell that she's a part of the restaurant.
Because she was literally like walking up and down, and then it was like, oh, here I'm with y'all. We talking. Oh, somebody's coming. Boom, and like she was gone for like maybe 10 minutes or whatever. But she's to me, I love her whole thing when we met her because she was really like, I'm gonna hang with y'all, but I'm gonna do my job at the same time. Yeah,
she was great. And then we got a chance to meet Dom later on at Friday Night Vibe. So let's get into this relationship.
Big Dom.
Can you tell the people whether or not, because y'all seem fake on the show. It seemed like y'all was already dating and y'all was trying to make it seem like y'all wasn't dating, and it was getting very boring to me. It was just like, can y'all just date like this? You like me, so I'm your boyfriend now. You my boyfriend? Oh, you my girlfriend? I mean, maybe. I'm just like, this is for me. Y'all place. It just seemed real fake. Okay, what are we doing here? And I was like, y'all with each other. Okay, and you letting the people know during the company retreat. Okay, I was just over your house. Like, why y'all trying to act like y'all not together? What was the? Why y'all was acting like y'all wasn't together?
All right. Okay, you got me. All right.
We know.
Look, we'll be on the last episode next week, so I guess I can say this now, right? So we were a tad bit further along than what we portrayed.
It was very clear, and y'all didn't portray it well.
It was still very early, though. It wasn't like not genuine at all, you know. But yeah, we had been talking for a little while, so we just felt like it, you know, if we were just already together, what fun is that? It's like, who really wants to? I mean, that's not really. I think the lead up to it would, you know, it's just better. I feel like, you know, if I was a person watching, I wouldn't want to know like, oh, they started from. I remember when they was, you know, and this could damn near turn into that. Like, you know, hopefully we get a season 2, a season 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? So that
would have been a better y'all being together and then trying to act like I wasn't. That would have been better than y'all being like, oh, we don't. I mean, maybe I'll ask her out. You know, maybe I'll bring it to my birthday party. And it's like, shit, I've been to more than your birthday party already. Like, why are you trying to? This is not cool. It would have been so much spicier. Hey, y'all started off being like, you know, we've been dating for a while and we've been trying our best to keep it a secret.
But I think
the biggest thing that threw it,
like, us becoming a couple on the show, that was real. That was real. Like her asking me that in the car, that was real. Like in my mind, I'm like, wow, I'm about to say this shit.
But I think the biggest thing that threw it off was it was like y'all just got together and then all of a sudden she's meeting your family.
And that's what was so awkward. That was so awkward about Like when I said I didn't know she was coming, I really didn't know she was coming because I talked to her at the restaurant. I was like, "Yo, this shit gonna be awkward. Like you meeting my family for the first time, my birthday, like that's awkward."
And right.
So she really had never met your family before. See,
briefly, not just like a openly sit down. Oh, this is my girl dating. It's like it wasn't like that. Like how it happened in the scene. Yeah, that hadn't happened yet. So
it does seem like you are smitten with her. So like that you're not on Patrick's level, but it like you the TV show does show how much you really like her.
Yeah.
Can you say in your honest opinion, your heart, that she don't get no special privileges?
I can honestly say that. And I can honestly say that because what y'all don't see is the arguments that we get into because of that. You know, I think naturally she expects that because of the position I hold, but I know how that's gonna play out, and I don't even give it to her, and it already still plays out like that. You know,
has that been shown on camera? I mean, has that been filmed? This is what we want to see.
What you mean? It's what been filmed?
Y'all arguing about whether or not she said that is what we want to see.
Nah. I ain't see that.
Because Phillip did ask us this, and I think that honestly, we know y'all work at OG, but we want to see what y'all do outside of the restaurant. Like we know y'all work there, and we want to see the relationships that are being built outside of there because I feel like it would be more realistic to us as viewers watching it because it would like we know y'all have relationships outside of the show. You know, one question I did have, and this kind of goes on to what you were asking me for was. I do want to know, like, what y'all's love story was like. How did this happen? Like, what was going on here? Like, what happened?
So me and Dom?
Yeah.
It was really just a flirting thing. It was the eyes. It was saying little flirty things in passing to where only I could hear it, and you know, to look back and it's like, oh yeah, you heard me, yeah, that type of thing.
And this was as y'all was working together. Correct?
This as we working. Yep, and that happened for a long time to the point where I was like, you know, because at the same time I was like, yeah, I can't do that. This is a bartender. So that happened for a long time. So the tension was just like, yo, I don't even care no more. Fuck it, let's do it.
What actually happened? Because I heard Patrick said he been dating people at the restaurant. Melvin said he been dating people at the restaurant. But this is like a thing with you guys. So like, this is something that's really real. Like, what happened here?
Yeah, I don't know about because I'm still fairly new to the company. For people that don't know, I just got with the company for maybe a year and some change now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's real for me. I don't like, you know, it's like black and white with me. If I like you and I'm trying to pursue you as far as dating, you'll know. But if it ain't that, you ain't gonna think nothing else. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, oh, what we doing? We having fun? We linking up? We for the smash or whatever. But it's never gonna be like, oh, I'm pursuing you. I'm doing things for you. People are, you know, googly eyed trying to, you know, it wouldn't be that. I'm clear and cut because I don't like leading people on. I don't like people to think one thing and then, you know, people get hurt. I don't like any of that. So I'm just.
How does your relationship stem if y'all like? It seems like she on the road, traveling, doing stuff, and you're more stationary. That's probably why you got a dog. What does it look like the dance background for Rick Ross? But how is it like being with someone who's like? It seems like she traveling.
I actually love it. I like that she has her own thing going on. I think for a long time I was. I want to say I was dating women that didn't have nothing going on, but it was kind of like I was the battery pack in a relationship. So it's kind of like I had to be the one to be like, hey, let's go do this, or hey, I think you should get into this, or you know. But with her, she know exactly what she want to do, and she's not gonna let me get in the way of it. Like it's like, oh no, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go to rehearsal, you know, and I can appreciate that because I'm the same way. It's like I got goals, I got things that I want. You know, I like nice things, and we have 24 hours in a day. So you know, I think you should respect that. You know what I'm saying? So. I respect the hustle. I respect everything she got going on, you know. And I'm confident enough to not really think about stuff like, you know, she gone for this amount of time. She might be with this one. I'm not really concerned with that at all. It just is.
We got to put you in the hot seat for 1 second. You know, love Dom dearly. She's so amazing. But During these last 2 episodes, there has been a very big battle amongst the fans and amongst the staff about whose fault it is and who's to blame for why Shawndreca and June were outside by themselves at this party. And there is this half of the people, let me say half, 25% of the people feel like it's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
Okay. And they could have just left, and then 75% are like, Dom should have went back outside. Like, y'all came together. Why didn't y'all leave together? Y'all got drinks and then y'all went inside. Like, what we never got to, because you wasn't at the party where she blew up on Shardo. So what were your thoughts?
So as it's happening, I'm in the party. First of all, I'm lit that night. I'm so lit.
We know.
Because I'm thinking I'm going to a party. I'm thinking they're going to get like a few shots of like, us dancing and whatever. It ain't going to be like too much vocalizing. So I'm lit. But yeah, when it happened, it was just like, I kind of expected it to happen. It was just like, if y'all had something going on, why would you be inviting her to your house party? Like, I thought.
Why you ain't say that at the OLG then?
Say it again.
Why you ain't say that at the OLG? Why y'all, before y'all went together, why you ain't just be like, look, I really don't think you should go with us. Like, stay your ass at home because this is weird.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't get into. I just stay out. I stay out of it. Like, that didn't have nothing to do with me. So I didn't. It was no need for me to speak on it. I felt like. But yeah, when that transpired, it was just like, I feel like anybody could have went outside, and they was outside for a long time. If it was me, I would have left.
Well, it seemed like they wanted to. But production was telling them to stay. But you ain't even nudge her and be like, okay, well, maybe we should just go outside and let them know to just like go.
Yeah, I mean, production was saying a lot of things, but that's another story.
I mean, that's what Shardo said. It's been a fight now on the internet, and Shardo said, it don't matter what production was telling y'all. Y'all, did you see Shardo stuff yesterday?
And Shardo saying anything to hang on for dear life.
She was mad last night.
I want to know, since we talk about him, I want to know this because it seems like everybody keeps calling him this weirdo. Patrick said that he seems like the Addams family. Like, what is going on with the show? Like, I didn't know him, and so I don't like what is going on with Shardo.
I still don't know him. I don't know him. All I know is that he was the host at Blaze. That's all I know. And when he showed up to Old Lady Gang, it was in the midst of recording. And it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's literally all I know about the dude. When I heard about the whole thing with Dom, it was like, and then he's younger too. So,
but did they feel like he was like a good host, or like what was the reason for them bringing him into OLG? Because it's like there was a reason. Maybe did Shawndreca need another host for some reason? It's like it's for whatever reason nobody is like Shardo. Like, I love them, or I want them to be around, or anything. It's like he is so weird, and I don't even know like what's going on.
Yeah, so apparently he did an excellent job at Blaze. He was from Phillip and Kandi. They loved him at Blaze. They loved, his, he dressed fly, he do his thing. But the Old Lady Gang clientele is just a little different. You know what I'm saying? They not coming for a fine dining experience. They don't care what you. Well, I won't say they don't care what you got on, but they're not giving it that much. They here for Kandi. They gonna come to the door like, Kandi here, Ty here, I'm Bertha here. They ain't worried about you.
Yeah,
that's true.
So. But yeah, I think, Shawndreca definitely needed help at the time because it's the restaurant is open 7 days a week. And we'd be having lines down the block. So yeah, we would definitely still trying to hire hosts. It's a revolving door, man, as far as hiring process and keeping staff. And I mean, it's a
restaurant. It happens.
This is who said you look like Morris Chestnut, by the way. When I first heard it the first time in my life, this is who said it. His name is Make It Make Sense. He said, I was like, I don't feel like I'll see Morris Chestnut, but that's where I heard it first from. So
it's a no. He need glasses too. That's one of my best. This is one of my best friends, but he need glasses too. All y'all need glasses. Can you talk to us about how ghetto you are on the job when y'all went to this apartment thing? And you was all up on Dom Unique, and even the people was like, what's all that is? You know, we licking her up and down in front of the elderly, at least not in front of the elderly. What what was when you watched that back? Did you say, I can't believe I did that? Or
Man,
was you
look,
like, you damn right I did? Like what?
in real life, Mama Joyce came to me in real life, like no film.
Did she?
She what? She came to me. She was like, I'm disappointed in you. Disappointed in you. You over there touching on that girl like that. We right there. I was like, I didn't even mean for it to be like disrespectful. I was just there with, I'm grown. I'm 32.
Was it at the party?
Nice women, huh?
It was at the party?
Yeah, you talking about the housewarming party.
Yeah.
Right. No, she came to me like 2 or 3 days later or a day after that. Or
okay.
This was at the restaurant. She came to the restaurant and was like, I'm so disappointed in you. And she went off on me, But hey, it is what it is.
I will say, if I'm feeling somebody like it's new and stuff, like I never blamed you for that, because I'm like, if I'm into this person, I'm probably gonna get the same image.
In front of the elderly?
I don't care if it was work related or not.
I'm talking about, look, this is how drunk I am. I'm seeing like you get to the point where you like this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm finna walk into a party, the music gonna be going, and you kind of level out. When you feeling like that, you walk into
the
a
music
party.
Was going, Brian said amazing.
Nah, I ain't talking about that. I need to feel the years, I'm talking about party. But yeah, it wasn't that. So
in front of the elderly, y'all disrespectful.
Look,
I just feel like if it's like a new love situation and like y'all figure
get grandma out the room first.
Serious, I probably would have done the same. I didn't blame him for that at all. I didn't.
Oh man, yeah, that was.
So then, so this season is about to be over. Before we get into our game, and we have like questions from the audience. This season is about to be over. Like, what are you about to do? What are you looking for outside of hopefully having a season 2? What's like your goals? What are you about to be doing during this time? Like, what can you talk to us about? What are your passions? What are your goals? Where do you want this to propel you?
Mm-hmm. So, for the people that didn't see Speak on it, we always reserve back to Speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought to not reinvent the wheel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going back into events. But when I was in events, in nightlife and promo, I also wanted to put on my own events, and I did a few of my own events. So my goal was always to create a party or an event, if you will, that would occur 4 times a year, seasonal, and we just make enough money to where we can relax and live life the other months of the year. So actually coming up, I have a pool party that's planned out, paid for. So whoever's watching this, it's June 18th. It's called Splash Bash ATL.
Come on, Splash Bash!
And I'm coming to that. I saw that in your bio.
Yeah.
So let me pull that up then. Let me pull that up.
The early bird tickets, they dropping on May 8th, which is this Sunday at noon.
We don't have to pay though, right?
Not good. Y'all can come through on me.
Amen. Praise God.
Sure, I got you. But we got a sponsorship from Nyack Cognac. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but
no, what is it? I heard cognac though.
Yeah, that's a black-owned cognac. One of the main owners is actually Dennis from
the hot dog man.
Yeah. So he owns Nyack. Yep. And I've actually did some events with him he owns Crew Lounge as well.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah,
okay.
I did my birthday there a few times, and I've done a few times there with other promoters. So I know him that way. So yeah, I reached out to him, and it was like, hey, I'm doing this party, and he was just like,
how does this look like a pool party?
So Eventbrite only lets you put so much of the flyer on there.
Oh, is this what?
Good part with the info. A little booty on there. You know what I'm saying? Had to get it all in there.
Okay. Oh, so it's from $40 to $2,000.
It's you, Melvin, and Patrick are hosting this together, right?
Oh, really?
Yep. So Melvin's gonna be chefing up the food for sure. It's gonna be a buffet style.
Hey.
I have people setting plates up, so it won't be just like a free for all, everybody grabbing food. We actually have people there working, giving food out. We're gonna have Nyack as a sponsorship, but we're also gonna have Black Leaf Vodka, which is another black-owned alcohol line as well. So, but we'll have other brands as well. It'll be just like an open bar situation. I'll have bartenders, the whole nine. I might even have women out there that are passing out the shots just to keep that energy going. But yeah, it's ranging from $40 early bird, $50 general admission, and then all the way up to $2,000. That's like your tables and your cabanas. And they'll vary. All the explanation is right there in the Eventbrite.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I want to go. So I was definitely going to come.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be real fun. I mean, the tickets haven't even dropped yet. Just, us promoting the early bird drop, people have been like, oh yeah, I'm coming, hey, I'm flying out and all that. So, we looking at, it's a big venue. We rented out a whole recreation center. So, yeah, it's going to be a big deal. Put it that way.
It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. And this is the whole flyer, y'all. Don't look too different than the rest of it. But this seems like it's going to be tons of fun. Who's Micah?
So Micah is my trainer.
Okay.
And he's the one that actually brought the idea to me. I just more so had the expertise of putting events together. So he actually did this in 2019, and I went as a supporter. And I was like, okay, bro, I see you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I want you to be a part of it. And then pandemic happened. You know what I mean? So it had already been on the back burner. So it was like, okay, boom, now, shit, I'm on TV now. It's like, this is the perfect time for us to jump back out and make it happen.
Sexiest swimwear contest.
Yes, sir. They better be showing up there to beat me because I can't be the best one out there.
No, police. Y'all, we could show his Instagram now because we did just watch this last episode, y'all. And if y'all did watch the last episode, the people probably are like, well, we don't want to see that. Because the last episode, they really did do you wrong. But y'all, he do be working out regularly. Y'all can see him. There are abs there now. If y'all watch the last episode, there was a bird chest for the gods. But now
they were underneath.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not underneath.
Yeah, they was
but now he's working out. It seems like he's working out regularly. It seems like you're working out constantly. Who the heck is this?
That's my chiropractor. That's Jess.
Okay. Come on, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, this is what he's doing regularly. So your workout partners, it seems like you're always working out with Melvin. Is that it?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I got other people that I work out with, but they're not like on the cast or anything like that.
I'm gonna have to close that one for sure.
I'll be dead by the time we started the first part.
You know what? Because I was supposed to go running with Phillip, but I had way too many cocktails on every day. So me and him decided. You said what?
Yeah, I said don't sleep on Phillip. You be getting it in.
Yeah, well, because me and him, we had decided we were gonna go run, and then when the time came, I couldn't do it. So next time I come for the Splash Bash, where I gotta get to the gym so I can win.
Yeah, exactly. See, you gotta get in the gym now. So Splash Bash, we out there with no shirt.
So that's the one. So you said this is gonna be happening 4 times. Is this the thing that you're gonna try to do 4 times a year, or is this part of like a series?
So it's actually a pre-celebration to Juneteenth. So Juneteenth is
yeah.
Right? So Juneteenth, that's the reason why I got black-owned liquor, black-owned. I'm trying to stay in that. But yeah, I can see this being annual, just like our summer event. And this might be a little early, but I don't want to say that yet. We planning something for October, but I don't want. It's something that's never been done before, so I'm not going.
I'm about to be ready for October because
I'll put it like it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be a red carpet event.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be awards ceremony, real classy, top dollar type. Yeah, so y'all gonna hear from me real soon.
Bring your money. This is a good video. Let me close this one down. This is a good. Go back to that video that he was working out at I closed down. He doing a whole lot of exercises. So let's get to the fan questions. Oh wait, let's do the fan questions first, and then we can go to the game. Is that cool, Dad?
That's cool. That's fine.
All right. So y'all put your questions in the chat. Some people sent me some questions, so I'm just going to randomly ask you some questions that some of the fans want to know.
Give me 1 minute, so I'll be right back.
All right. So the first question that we have, let me make sure that I haven't asked them already. Okay, so this question is, what made you ready to risk it all for Dom? In the Dom, Bravo, and Blaze interview she just did, she spoke on how it was really crazy how y'all fell for each other, and she really didn't expect it. So from your perspective, did you think that it was gonna go so fast? Y'all was gonna fall so crazy? She seems like a really cool, down to earth woman, and then meeting her, it was almost like I known her for a long time. She came up to me, and it was like we was friends. Like it was like she knew me, and we hugged and everything. So I can see how she's infectious, and it's easy to just skip the fact that I didn't know that lady. Yeah. So what made you, I guess, decide to risk it all, for Dom?
I think it was just because it was so different. Even her approach to even, I guess you courting me, I guess you could say. Because for a long time she was like playing me to the left, but still kind of giving me that like, oh yeah, you cute, but yeah, I'll call you back. So it was a lot of that for a long time, to the point where I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and then, like I said, the part about her having her own thing going on, I just appreciated that so much, because I think I've been in relationships where the woman was looking to me for almost everything. So the fact that she could just pick up and do her own thing and she's not worried about me, I appreciated that, for sure. And it's just like her spirit, man. She's a really good person.
Awesome.
She's like, you could just feel it, and she's real. She's gonna tell you what. That's another thing. Like, she ain't easy. Like, like it could be the smallest thing. Hey, did you wash your hands? Hey, say excuse me. I don't know. Like when things like that happen, I'll be thinking about like, I'm at an age now where I'm thinking about like kids and stuff like that. So when I think about her, like, oh wow, she probably would be a good mom.
Amazing parent, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff was kind of running through my mind. And, for the people that don't know, I was actually engaged prior to this. And, it ended. Yeah.
First of all, you're not known like that. Something for the people who don't know. We don't know you.
Hell, I'm on this platform.
Okay, so you were engaged.
Yeah, I was engaged, and it ended for reasons that were out of both of our control. And, so I was already in that mindset of settle down, and that kind of added to me.
It was arranged?
What you mean?
Because you said it was reasons out of both of your control.
No. I don't want to speak on that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just,
Let me ask you this. This is my own personal question. You read the other ones after this. As a Black man in Atlanta, do you feel like it's hard to date here? Because I know that there's this certain ratio with Black men to women in Atlanta. What has your dating experience been like, outside of this, in Atlanta?
I won't say it's hard.
But it's like 5 women to 1 man or something like that. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's definitely outnumbering for sure. But I just feel like it's not hard because you can meet somebody easily, right? I think it's
not for a man.
But I'm just saying, like people trying to take you seriously though, like, or do you feel like you're gonna take them seriously, like as with your dating experience, because you've been here for a while? How do you feel like dating has been since you've been here?
Oh, just in Atlanta, period.
Like not with Dominique, but I'm just saying in Atlanta, period.
Got you. I think people have unrealistic expectations a lot of times, and I think people expect people not to be people. And I talk about that a lot with people. Just like it's a lot about accepting people for who they are, and like not giving people the benefit of the doubt, saying that, oh well, maybe this will change, or maybe this. You kind of got to take exactly what they are. And I just try to do that, because you're not gonna find perfection. So in that regard, and the world is so different. Something like women now, they I don't know. I don't even want to say just women. I just feel like I think very differently when it comes to just relationships and what matters in relationships. And I just think I'm very different in that way. Anybody who's ever probably dated me could probably tell you, like, yeah, he don't think like traditionally or any of that stuff. I kind of try to learn my way or teach myself of, the things that I like. And I'm learning myself every day, so.
Amen.
What does that mean? Like, you don't think traditionally when dating, like, what does that mean?
Yeah. So like, I come from what I would say a traditional background. My mom is still with my dad. They live in the same house. All my siblings grew up in the same house. We all connected to each other. So I come from that. And so naturally I want that. But the world changing and me getting older, sometimes I question myself, like, is that for me though? You know what I'm saying? Just because my parents live this way, that don't mean that you got to live that way. But some people, they'll look at their parents and they'll track themselves into that way and saying this is how I need to do it. This is how it's supposed to go. And it's like, I'm getting out of that now and you're being okay with, you know, because for me, it's like, shit, if I don't reproduce and have children, have a family, I feel like I'm failing as a man. Those things are critical to me as a man. And that's just me. So yeah, that in a nutshell, that's what it is.
But would you be open to, like, let's say you're meeting someone and they're open to like poly or polygamy? Like, are you open to stuff like that?
Yeah, I've danced with those ideas for sure. For the people that you mess around with, but y'all don't get an exclusive relationship, that's kind of what you do. Because regardless of how people look at it or not, like, you sleep around with somebody, whatever, you're engaged with that person now. Regardless of how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? One night stand, whatever the case may be, you created a relationship. Whether you like it or not, because y'all crossed the line. You know what I'm saying? I've danced with that. And I think me getting older and just thinking more objectively, and because one thing about me is, like, I always like look to other people's relationships, and it seems like everybody is talking about the same thing, right? Everybody is talking about cheating or what this person didn't do for me, and it's like no one person is really responsible for making you happy.
Right.
That's an individual's sole responsibility, and then you try to.
Now, I'm talking to Dominique tomorrow, so I just I'm asking questions because I want to answer the same questions tomorrow. So
Oh. It's cool. It's cool. Y'all getting y'all ammo.
Yeah, I just want to know, like, because to me, I feel like, one, I've been married already, so I just feel like what it looks like in this time, because my 20s I was married, in my 30s I'm dating again, and I want to know what it looks like for now for me. So I'm listening to other people dating and stuff, whatever it is, however you dating. I want to know what it looks like for other people in this time now, because I don't think I get it right now, but I'm learning. So
one thing I have settled with is that it's really about what works for you. It's not no rule.
Yes.
It's really, you meet somebody and you have to be so open and honest about what you like and hope that they don't take it as disrespect or take it offensive. Yeah. And I think that those are the best relationships, because a lot of times you hold back because you think how somebody gonna look at you. You think, oh, they might not be fucking with me. Let me hold this back. Let me not say this right now. Let me say this 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? But that's not fair. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And unfortunately, that happens.
So would you say that? I'm sorry, because I didn't mean to take off.
No, I'm just very concerned about your questions.
No, I'm asking. No, because they're dating now. So I'm asking this because. So is this something that you reveal in the beginning of y'all dating, or like do you reveal this later on? I know what you just said now, but what day do you reveal, like, hey, I'm open to whatever you
open to?
It is. Yeah.
I feel like we had the conversation, and I said that I was open to it, and that it wasn't really my interest though. So if I had a choice, I would rather it work in a monogamous situation, because it's less to worry about. When you're dealing with a relationship with multiple people, that's just multiple personalities. It's just like a job. You know what I mean? And why overload your plate? You know what I mean?
Yeah, got you. So, and I'm not. I don't want you. I asked my ex-husband this before, like the very first day. I was like, what are we doing? So I'm asking this because I'm like, how are people doing it in today? So I asked these questions like, is this a monogamy? Like, what are we doing here? So I'm just asking, like, on today, when y'all start dating, like, what was the questions asked, and what was the time frame of asking these questions?
What you mean?
Of like, if we're going to date, like, what are we expecting, or do we wait until we like each other, or like in the beginning, I'm like, listen, are you open to monogamy, polygamy, like, or what are we doing here?
Gotcha.
Me. Or do you wait until I really like this person to ask these questions?
Nah, we was having those questions like early. So like, so like even when we like went on a date for the first time outside the restaurant, it was like those were the conversations that were coming up. And that made it more spicy. That just made us attract each other way more. But yeah, that definitely happened first.
There was one other thing I had to ask because I saw in the blogs I was looking at, you don't have a birthday anywhere or like what's like your zodiac sign. What is that?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, really? He's a Virgo.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
We can move on from here now. It makes sense. I'm a Virgo, so it makes sense.
Okay. So when's your birthday?
September 22nd. I'm the last day.
22nd?
Yeah.
Whose birthday is that? That's my mom's birthday.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were raised by a Virgo too.
She's
Well,
right
like, hey, mama girl. Oh, speaking really quickly of this, who designed where you live? Because in the episode that we saw at the house, it was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Wait, Dominique is a Virgo too?
She is.
That's two Virgos?
Yo, okay.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, okay. I know where you going with this.
Oh no, I'm not going to wear. That's why I feel like that's why I really like. I'm like that has to be a Virgo. I knew that.
Fact.
I didn't know
fact about me.
Uh-huh.
Literally, nearly every woman I've dated has been a Virgo.
Wow.
Okay.
I never dated a Virgo before.
Yep. Literally, almost all of them. It's probably all of them. I can't think of one that wasn't for real. Like I dated seriously, where we're in an exclusive relationship.
Because they say Virgos match is like a Cancer.
I've heard that, and I got friends who are women that are Virgo. And, it could have been something, but it just never went there. But I could see like it probably would have been something if we would have went on that path or that journey.
Wow. Okay. I knew it was something. Okay. I'm good.
I'm gonna keep going.
There's a lot of Virgos on this show.
Oh yeah. Brian's a Virgo.
Yeah.
Dom's a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Oh, who else? Is anybody from the show? There's more people in the restaurant that are Virgos though, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Virgo City around there.
It said Virgo City. Virgo is where it's at.
I mean, I won't go that far, but they're cute or whatever.
Here we go. The haters.
Ain't no Virgo slander. Virgos are my opposite sign, so I've always gotten along well with them. So I don't got no issues with Virgo. I'm a Pisces. They say the best for last. So.
You go back with your questions. I'm sorry, because I had those questions.
I don't think I had any. The viewers' question. Are you sure? Did you have no more?
Yeah.
Okay. Those were good questions because you are dating now. So it is. Just to make sure that you start to ask those questions to your partner.
No.
Because me and my partner ask those questions. Because look, I'm in a committed relationship, but I love Phillip. So and my boyfriend said as long as I videotape it, we all good. You gotta ask those questions up front. You gotta talk about those things. You gotta talk about those things up front. Let the people know up front, and that's our bond, okay, in our relationship. They wanted to know. So you did answer some of these questions about whether or not your parents are still together and married. Some individuals wanted to know. So yeah, I'm Jamaican as well. I don't know my daddy though. He a piece of shit. But they wanted to know if you speak patois, which is really like broken English. But did you want to speak some for the people?
Come on, can I speak patois? What do you want to say?
There we go. That's enough. That's enough. They are. The next question is: after you watched the episode, did you feel like you needed to check Shawndreca or June? After I don't feel like June came up to Dom disrespectfully. But Shawndreca and her did argue. Did you feel like you needed to check any of them?
Initially, yeah. When I first heard it, it was like, yeah. But then, it was like he was younger. It was just like it's a little boy almost, man. Like, to me. So I didn't really give it that much energy. And it's not like they, put their hands on each other or anything like that. That would have been way different. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't think it was that serious. We did have a conversation. They brought it to my attention. They didn't use the scene, but they got us on footage and, they brought it up in front of me. It was like, oh, Shawndreca and Dom had an argument. And I was like, yeah, I think you should apologize to him. And I kind of patted him on the shoulder. And I was like, you can apologize. But they ain't use that. So
Okay.
That's the most though you got. Like I wasn't gonna like black out on anything. It was
Yeah.
And June, I didn't feel no type of way. I mean, like I said, I didn't.
He was outside too. Like,
Say
look, you
again?
ain't gonna leave me outside and think I'm not gonna say nothing to you.
Right. So
I was outside too.
Hey, man, I know Ricky and Dom are friends, so I'm pretty sure they talked about that.
It seemed like it. The last one is not a question. They just said that your body is killing Patrick's on any day. I don't know what that's about, but that's the last. That was the last one. Any more questions? Do we have any other questions? In the chat. So Toria wants to know: do your parents like Dom?
Someone did ask, how does your family feel about Dom?
Oh, they love her, man. My little sister is crazy about Dom. My parents love her too. They think she's very sweet. She's what is it? She's very thoughtful. She's done a few things for my mom. My mom's like, oh, okay, you know. So, and they're very alike, which is crazy. But it's we all Virgo, so my mom is a Virgo too. So, yeah. So they're like, it's crazy for real. And you know, they say that sometimes. You know, a woman's man reminds him of his mom, all that type of stuff. But
my mom is my mother. My mother has a twin sister. They're Taurus, and then my sister is a Taurus. They're all born on the same day. So I know how to deal with Taurus. I've never had to deal with other Virgo besides myself. So
I mean, I have more questions about your mother and your daddy's sexual history. Why are they all born on the same day? Everybody? Oh, you said the twin sister and then a cousin?
No, me?
Yeah.
My mother, my mom has a twin, and then my sister is born on their birthday.
Okay, then never mind. Okay.
But my mom, my dad, and my sister are born on the 16th. My dad is January 16th. My mom and my sister are born on the 16th of May.
Okay. They have a question, and you don't need to answer this question, but I do want to know why you was going around lying and saying that they said that Dom had to go somewhere when nobody ever said that but you. The only person in these episodes who said that Dom may have to go to another restaurant was you. Nobody else brought that idea up. Nobody else said it. So when you was going on, it was like, well, they said maybe I had to go somewhere, maybe Dom had to go somewhere. I had to rewatch, and I was like, I don't think nobody said that. And then nobody did say it. So why was you going around and saying that somebody said that Dom had to go somewhere?
Man, that was a long conversation. Okay, yeah. Brought up. Okay, we clear that up right now. It was definitely brought up, and just I just felt like at the time, I'm not even at the time, but currently, it's just like I manage so many different departments in that restaurant. If I was to leave without having somebody to come and shadow me, and I can teach them, like, hey, for at least 2 months, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be hectic, and ain't nobody gonna want to jump in there and really just do it because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? We still need help on the management front. Kandi and Todd, they got other locations they want to open. They want, so it's a job, man. But yeah, it was brought to me, and that's how I was thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for a bartender, it's like it's bartending. You can go to another popping spot, bartend, and make your money. You know what I'm saying?
She's better than me because she said she wasn't mad at it because they did ask this question on her speak on it.
You said
it's a long conversation, but even John Juan and Katie was like, we didn't say that. So so they asked her, knowing that nobody said that, why you wasn't upset with him, and she said that she was not. She better than me because I would have been at your door. So what's this about you saying that I should have left? Okay, but she said she wasn't upset with you.
Nah, we did have a conversation though. She wasn't upset, but we had a conversation. Believe that.
we know what that means. We know what that means.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? But when I talked to, when I told her the same thing I told you, it's business. We're in a business. You know what I mean? We are in a business. We got to treat it like that.
I feel like the next time that Busy comes to Atlanta, I feel like we should get like a day to work at OLG. Like I think it'll be good. You better speak
for your damn self.
We're gonna do it together. But I feel like I would love to let our viewers see that.
Hey,
I won't work in the kitchen, but like outside where I can't mess nothing up.
And I'll film.
Yeah, you gonna work.
I'm not doing a damn thing.
We'll talk about it.
I'll host. So you had your game because this almost about to be 2 hours. You had the game. Deb, you want to go to the game?
Oh yes. So the game is how well do you know your staff?
Okay.
This is outside of the restaurant because I know you hang outside of this. So I have 10 questions. All right. So the first one is, who will only speak to you via text?
Only speak to me via text.
Yes.
Only?
Yes. Like they will text you more than they will call you.
Shit, I don't know. They all do both.
Who's most likely to do that?
Maybe Patrick.
Okay.
Patrick. Okay. Who's incapable of being on time? Well, let's say the most because the people ain't on time.
I'll say Dom.
Okay.
You're gonna be pissed. She probably watching this shit right now.
I mean, but it's the truth. Dom, it's the truth.
All right. Who is the most flirtatious staff member on this that works there?
Flirtatious. Shit. Probably Melvin.
Kenny.
Well, I mean, he not. Is it just staff or is it?
I don't know. He wasn't on the show, but I was watching him.
Anybody?
Yes.
Shit. I probably still say Melvin. Melvin be on the y'all don't see Melvin at work, okay? Melvin,
how is he flirting? He in the bag. What is he doing?
Man,
Melvin said he dated a lot of people that work there.
Sometimes he pop out, see what's going on, you know.
Oh God, come on, Melvin.
Everybody want to know who's cooking the food. That's an easy segue.
That's true.
Did you like the food? Man, what? Cook for you, girl. I mean, I'm just saying. That's a good segue. It's a good segue.
Easy segue.
All right. Who sings but should not?
Brian.
Okay. Who was made for TV?
Brian.
Agreed.
Okay. Who never texts you back?
As the manager?
Right. All of them kind of get back to me.
Or doesn't call you back?
I wouldn't.
Shit. In the beginning, Dom, for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who feel like they need to be included in every single conversation?
I would say Kenny on that one.
Yes!
He's gonna find his way too. You look around and be like, Kenny be right there. He'd be like,
Kenny calls me have conversations all the time.
Hey, Kenny is one of the servers. He wasn't on the show.
Yes, he was.
At least I don't remember seeing him on the show. But when we went to the restaurant, I was like, "Who's that server?" Okay, we got Julius instead. No disrespect to Julius, but I was like, "Who's that one? Can we get that one?" But he was in a different area. But I saw Kenny. And I was like, "Hey, Kenny."
And if Kenny want to talk on the phone, let's call me. Who always just wants to go home?
Ooh,
wants to go home. Shit, Drake always want to leave for sure.
It do be like she be going to the car. When we was there, she was in the car.
She be asking to leave all the time.
All right, and this one says, "Who thinks they are a philosopher after they drink?"
Ooh, we prophesize.
I say Patrick.
I can see.
I could see that.
I
can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
All right, the last one is, who runs shirtless with their shirt off to show their body on purpose?
Who runs shirtless
to show their body off on purpose?
Me.
Okay.
All right.
All y'all didn't have clothes on. I was trying to look for HR at that photo shoot. Because nobody had no clothes. And I was like, this has to be some type of violation of laws. But I'm going to leave this one alone. This seemed a little ridiculous.
That was a crazy day, too. Because we didn't know that was going to happen. Like, we showed up and, you know, we filming. We just get the address. We filming here. And then we walk in and it's like.
Even Todd took his shirt off.
Take my shirt off. What are you talking about?
Now, are you wearing that oil?
Say it again.
Wear the pool? Do you wear the pool?
Are you wearing pool?
Currently?
Ever?
Do you wear it?
I have. When we first did that shoot, and then he had gave me my sample. I used it for sure.
Now, does it smell like poop?
Nah, I don't smell like poop.
It's just one.
Good.
The people
just
want
the
to
name.
know.
No, it's good. It's a good product for sure. Like
It's
was-
sold out. It's been sold out since the show started. So
yeah, it ain't no bullshit. You know, the name ain't too appealing, but it's good.
I think this is a bonus question now. Do you watch Housewives of Potomac?
No, I haven't catched it. I catched the Atlanta one, but
okay, because Robin's hasn't been sold out since Potomac.
oh God, get it together.
Will Patrick oils be sold out until never ever again?
Yeah, well, you can never buy one. Since the show started, we've been trying to purchase it. They're so popular. They've been sold out since the beginning.
No. I don't think he always gonna be sold out. He gonna have some people grab for sure.
Okay.
I feel like
We'll see.
The people wanted to know. I just was asking that. That was
Who's the people?
The people was asking.
We haven't asked you any questions about Kandi and Todd or any of that stuff before you got on the show.
Yeah.
That means that you're somewhat interesting. That is a kudo to you because we ain't asked about them. So give yourself a pat on the back about that. But were you nervous when you first started working it? Did you know who Kandi was? Did you know who Todd was? And like, were you like, oh, this is a big deal, or were you like, this ain't nothing? Okay, she in the old singing group. Like, what were your thoughts, and how's your relationship now?
Yeah, so I didn't know who they were. You know, of course I've heard of Escape, but I didn't know like the members. That I was never really like a fan of that. That's kind of before my time. So I kind of learned about everything as I was working there. Like, I didn't know she was so good with the pen and writing, and she done wrote songs for Destiny's Child and like TLC. I'm like, yo, like, so now it's like, oh shit, I'm in the midst of a mogul. You know what I mean?
It's Kandi Burruss Tucker.
Yeah, look, man, I didn't even watch TV. I was literally wake up at like 3-4 in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because I just went to sleep at like 8, leaving the club, and I'm back in somebody else's club by midnight. And that was my life for years. You know what I'm saying? Years. So yeah, I was out of the loop with that. I was very much in the nightlife rank of knowing that world, because that's a whole nother world. But yeah, when I found out, it was like, oh shit. I would say our relationship right now is good. I don't get to see them that much, but when they do stop by, you know, it's cordial. She stopped by and get like something to go. She wants something to eat, so she stop by and get something to eat, stuff like that. But they're very dope. They're dope, down to earth people.
Oh yeah, they are amazing.
Yeah, like you can walk up on them, have a conversation, like it's nothing. Like, you know, I appreciate the opportunity because, you know, like I said, I'm very new to the company, so they didn't know me. They just looking at a face and saying, "Hey, we're gonna go with dude," you know. So I appreciate that for sure.
You have a hustler spirit though, so when you was like, "Oh my God, this her," like you wasn't like, "Okay, like let me make sure see if she'll put some money up into such and such," or did you ever think like, "Okay, I really got to keep this job and I got to act like I like it because I just realized who she was."
Well, nah, it wasn't so much of that. So I had already settled that I wanted to be in the restaurant industry. So I always knew I wanted to have a spot, whether it be, you know, a lounge or just, you know, real estate in the service industry. I knew I was going down that route. So, you know, that's what made me even decide to just apply to a restaurant. So with that reservation, I just, you know, once I figured out who she was, it was like, oh shit, this could be a way that I could possibly get into ownership or a partnership or, you know, whatever the case may be. So, but I never voiced that. I just kind of try to prove my value and my work ethic and just always show up, and hopefully they see somebody that they can move forward with, you know, even outside.
Your mama never asked for no tickets. Your mama never was like, "That was Kandi. You see if she can get me into the show."
Nah, not like that. She like Kandi though, for real. Like out of all of the housewives, she definitely gravitates toward Kandi.
Now you should watch this show. Somebody said Tyler Perry movie. Now you should watch this show called Burruss. I'm not gonna say whether I like it or not, but you should watch this show called Burruss on Tyler Perry on BET Plus. BET. This man, his name is Monty Washington. He plays the man Bill, but you look just like that man. And that's why I was like, I feel like I know what he look like, but you look just like that man that's on there.
Y'all won't let Brandon look like Brandon.
No, he looked like if you saw that guy, you would be like, okay, I can see that.
We don't name him after 3 people.
I got to start getting paid for this to look alike.
Right, because you look like you need to be a doppelganger.
You could be a doppelganger for this man. I'm telling you, you really could.
It's out of control. All right, so we are gonna close this. We want to thank you, Brandon, so much. I was not interested in meeting with you at all, but now I'm so happy that I did.
Cool.
No, you were awesome. You definitely show.
But wait, before you even do that, because you said you wanted to clear something up, did you clear everything up that you wanted to clear?
Do you feel like you cleared everything up?
Yeah, it was really about people just thinking I don't work, because I take really a lot of pride in like working hard. That's one of my like core. It don't matter what we doing. We going to shine shoes. You think I'm gonna work damn hard at it? You know what I'm saying? So that's really the only thing that bothered me. But everything else is accurate. Everything is accurate. Yeah.
I think he did clear it up. I mean, the people we even got a chance to see certificates. Like he showed us certificates.
So I'm out here really working, y'all. It ain't.
And we saw you working.
We did see him actually at work. When we got into the restaurant, he was upstairs, and when we saw him downstairs, and then he even gave us a little being on his cell phone view. Like he did every single thing. He did everything.
That's funny.
But we want to thank you for coming on and meeting with us and clearing the haze around what it looks like to be why you on your phone so much, and that your cell phone matters. Y'all, hopefully we can get him a cell phone distribution deal. And then we'll really get you in there with Apple, T-Mobile, Verizon. And then we'll really be on it. We will claim that in the name of Jesus. Anything you want to say before we close out, Brandon?
Yeah, I could use some sports endorsements too. So like Nike, all that. I'm doing the workouts. So yeah,
you gotta make sure you start showing those logos on your Instagram, because that's how you get them. So when you working out at the gym and stuff, make sure you show those Nike logos. That's how you get them endorsement deals.
I mean, he's got some Nike shorts on right now, the one I'm looking at, and some shoes on.
But every time you go on, because that's how that guy got that.
And a tee.
Yeah, that's how that guy got that Adidas deal. Every time he went on, he was showing that logo every single time. That's why he got an endorsement deal. So when you're doing it, make sure you show whatever one you want to endorse you. Make sure you show that logo every single time.
All right.
You say you want to get paid first.
Appreciate that.
All right, we're gonna put you backstage and then we're gonna close out.
All right, cool.
All right.
This was fun.
This was really fun.
This was a lot of fun until you tried to get into his bedroom. My God. Yeah.
That's what that's the question they asked.
Those are questions. Now, are you gonna ask that guy those questions?
What?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say this is your channel, so I'm gonna get out of here first. If y'all want to know more about me and everything I'm going, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch at BusyBlu, where this is definitely streaming right now. And I think we're streaming on Twitter. What's up, Twitter?
Yes, guys, and make sure you guys always, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe right here to the SoDebNair channel. Always on all my social media at SoDebNair. That's everywhere. Unless it's on Twitch, which I don't think I'm streaming on. It's SoDebNair, and if you cannot find me, y'all can always just Google me. I'm everywhere. And I thank y'all. If you already have not done it, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment in the comment section. If you have not commented in the chat, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm interviewing Dominique tomorrow, so I'm BusyBlu.
Yes, kind of, somewhat, sort of. I think I may be there.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about
it. Yeah, we're still in the midst of it.
Yes.
But we have fun, y'all. Thank everyone for coming. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. We have a lot more interviews coming up. Make sure you go to my channel and watch all those videos. Y'all can see Brandon in action and on his phone. There's an exclusive video of him doing work on his phone.
Oh, and listen, if y'all cannot find him, it's on my channel. His link is on the business. His thing is on there. I did make playlists for all of our reviews, all of the interviews. So y'all, if y'all can't find them, it's on my channel. So ain't no reason why you can't find it.
Look for me. All right, you ready to get out of here?
I'm ready to go.
We will talk to y'all later. You want to close it out, or you want me to close it out? You can push the button.
Now, this was a closing.
I'm saying you want to push the button.
You can push the button.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later.